If you think Jackson State is done with their recruiting, you're crazy. The National Signing Day has not even hit yet, and it is definitely a couple of weeks away, and I'm waiting to see what else more could come into Jackson, Mississippi that's getting ready to become a part of the Jackson State Tigers football program. One thing I know for certain is that if they had the opportunity to fly a plane around the moon 2 times, to leave 2 red rings around the moon and stick that JSU Tiger logo up there on the moon for the world to see, the world is JSU, I believe they would do it. Because right now, I believe Coach Prime is trying to make a statement with this thing. And you know he's not one to be outdone. And Coach Maynard has been over there pumping in them recruits left and right. So we're going to see exactly how all this turned out. But we're going to talk about this latest young man that is coming into Jackson, Mississippi. That's going to be a pretty, it's nice, a dang old good pick. The coaches, they credit on that one. This young man is coming into Jackson State. He's going to do some phenomenal things. Trust me on this one. But let's go ahead and get into it. You know it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. Also, don't forget, tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's never positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and tap on in this thing and get straight to it. Recruiting game has picked up to such a feverish pitch. It has everybody wondering who's next to come into somebody's program within the SWAC. Because all of the SWAC programs are getting players that's coming in that's going to be beneficial to next season, especially when the season starts, because everybody's looking to get playmakers. Everybody's looking to get those pieces that was missing within their programs to make sure that they got a solid roster out there on the field so that when they're on offense or defense, they can get out there and compete at a high level. And I'm telling you right now, Jackson State ain't playing around. They're letting everybody know, hey, listen, yeah, we understand we got the bullseye on our back because we swept the SWAC last year and they left a foul taste in everybody's mouth who said, hey, we want some get back. So now that they see y'all trying to get that get back, they're trying to make sure they go ahead and give you a second dose of what they gave you last season. But this young man is coming into Jackson State. One thing I know for certain, today's price ain't tomorrow's price. But I do know this. Jackson State has a new offensive coordinator that's got a lot of folks up in arms as far as like, why? But you know what? Coach is going to talk about that in another video because I got to get that one off my chest. I do. I got to get that one off my chest. You know, we're gonna say that for another video. But I will tell you this. I'm proud of all the teams in the SWAC that's making moves. Salute to you. I'm glad you guys are bolstering your rosters and building everything up to make sure that, again, you're competitive even when you're playing the games outside of the SWAC conference. And that's what it's all about. Getting out there, putting a great showing on, making sure you got a beautiful product out there on the field so people can see that, hey, these HBCU conferences are not to be taken lightly, and that's what it's all about. But the latest young man that's coming into Jackson is none other than Antonio Doyle Jr., 6'3", 250-pound linebacker from St. Louis, Missouri, 4-star recruit, transfer from Texas A&M. He played high school football at Lutheran North High School, where he played on both sides of the ball. This young man played tight end. Yeah, guys, tight end. Spread it out. He was spread out wide, playing tight end. And this young man was just as aggressive playing tight end as he was playing linebacker. If you needed a block from him on offense to spring that running back free for him to run for a touchdown, he was your guy. If you needed a tackle, if you needed that one tackle to be made behind the line of scrimmage, preventing the opposing team's offense from getting the first down, he was that guy. This young man can play the Sam, Will, or Mike on the defense, on the Jackson State Tigers defense, or better yet, Coach Thurman can put him out wide and make him a speed rusher at the defensive end. It depends on what Coach Thurman is looking to do with this young man. Because trust me, he got the goods. This young man can get out there and really get after it. I like his aggressiveness at how he plays the game, especially when he plays the position of the outside linebacker or the defensive end. This young man, he pays attention to details. And that's one thing that you want from your defensive players. You want them to pay attention to details. They got to see the little things. This young man has the ability to see where the ball is going. He watches that ball and then he attacks. He attacks to where that ball is getting ready to go. And before that running back can make a move, guess who's standing right there in his chest? Mr. Doyle Jr., letting you know the play is over. Go back to the huddle, come up with something else, and try it again. But you don't have too many more times to try because now you're going to get a ball back to my offense and we're going to put some more points on the board. And that's what I like about this young man. It's just the nastiness that he plays with out there on the field, letting the opposing teams know you can't block me, you're not going to stop me, and I'm coming to disrupt everything that you got going on within your offense, letting you know you're not putting no points up on the board on us. It's just not going to happen. Jackson State has two key members from that defense that has now decided that they're going to declare for the NFL, which is Houston and Hampton. This young man will definitely see a lot of playing time this upcoming season. I'm sure Jackson State ain't done it, and I believe they got a well that's going to fall in their lap when it comes to a recruit that's going to have us all sitting there like, did that just happen? Yes, it did. Already understand this, guys. Coach Prime let everybody know a long time ago that he has been in the space where a lot of these athletes are right now when it comes to these coaches going out there talking to them about them becoming a part of their program. And a lot of these kids are seeing now that some of the jive that they was given upon them deciding they wanted to go to a particular school to go play football in that program was all fluff. And everybody wonder why the daggone transfer portal so daggone thick and big. That's why. Because you got a lot of stuff, you got a lot of fluff that's being told to these players, in which, a lot of folks be talking about, keep it real. I'm a straight shooter. I do this. Nah, folks, hey, listen, this is a business. This ain't about football. This is a business. And this business brings in big money. So keep that in mind when you're sitting down making your decision on where you want to go play your collegiate sports based on the business. Make sure wherever it is you go, that's where you want to be, regardless if the coach is there or not. But I got to give Coach Reed his flowers, and I'm going to tell you why. Some may not understand that this is bigger than sports. And Coach Reed, who coached Antonio Doyle Jr. at Lutheran North High School, he did an interview with this young man in which they sat down and they talked about a lot of the things as far as why he wanted to go into the transfer portal and what was his mindset on a few things that put him in the space where he felt a change was needed. I'm going to put the link to that article down below in the description because I want athletes to check this video out, because just in case this may be you who's decided that you want to make a change, check this video out so you can understand exactly what's going on, because this speaks volumes. A lot of folks don't understand that even though we're coaches, even after a player leaves from our presence, we're no longer coaching them. If we have a relationship with those players, guess what? That's a lifelong relationship that's going to continue to keep going on with that athlete, so that in times like this, they're going to come to somebody that's going to give them some sensible information as far as helping them make the decision on what's best for them to go wherever it is that they're looking to go. Now, let me preface this before anybody try to say, oh, Coach Reed told. No, Coach Reed didn't tell him to go anywhere. Coach Reed asked him some significant questions that needed answers to get an understanding of where he was coming from and how he came to the realization that a change was needed. That's what I'm getting at here. Coaches, salute to all the coaches out there that take on this type of responsibility with their players after they're no longer in their program or in their presence, because many of you have heard me reiterate this over and over again, especially in the recruiting videos that I did early on, while letting everybody know you got to sit down, you got to ask them questions, get that information and write it down on a piece of paper so you get a full understanding of what's going on. As I always say, devise a plan. Make sure when you devise that plan with your family, with your parents. You devise that plan with them. Never devise that plan with anybody outside of that, because the simple fact is, they can go at any point in time. Your family's going to always be there. So you want to make sure you have that nucleus around you that's going to push you to where you want to go and keep you on track as far as the plan. I'm excited at this young man being in Jackson right now, because guess what? He's going to get out there and be able to compete with his new teammates and have a ball doing it. And not to mention, he's going to have the opportunity of a lifetime to play like he was looking to play when he went to Texas A&M. There's no, like I said, if there's any fluff, anything going on, we're going to hear about it. And guess what? We're going to talk about it. But in this instance, I got to say this. He's in Jackson, Mississippi now, and I know he's going to have a good time. He's going to have a daggone good time competing against his new teammates. Antonio Doyle, Coach Walker looks forward to seeing you do some phenomenal things next season out there with them JSU Tigers. Until next time, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. And remember, be the one and lead.